You're going to allow this weight to fall into the feet, to the ground. Wiggle the toes on the floor. It's important to just notice how your body feels. We've been practicing this idea of being gentle and cultivating awareness around gentleness. See if you can introduce that here now as part of your relaxation. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ring the singing bowl. When I ring the singing bowl, I want you to listen for the very last rung of the bowl. It's really important that you allow yourself to just be present. Try not to overtake the sound of the bowl with your thoughts and how you should be hearing it or what you should be listening for. Rather, just allow it to be in harmony and in peace with you. I'm going to begin. You want to start by really allowing that vibration to just be sensed through the body, through the ears, through the mind. Notice how it made you feel, if it relaxed you. And also to see if it's something that you liked or that you disliked. And it's okay either way. It's fine. It's just an opinion. Breathe in and out, allowing the chest to rise and to fall. Relax the shoulder blades down the back body a little bit more. Relax the hands so that they're loose and that the fingertips are long. And while you're breathing, take this idea of cultivating awareness. The way we can cultivate our awareness is through our breath work and through our focus and concentration. And we want to put this around gentleness again today. But we're going to use it in the face of when we feel something inside of our body. And that might be something that is not as enjoyable or something that we feel like is missing. Without trying to train your thought to go in any direction, I want you to allow your mind to just go wherever it is. Whatever first comes to mind, just allow your thoughts and your attention to be there. Try not to do anything more than just observe these thoughts. Knowing you may have an opinion, use this cultivated awareness of gentleness to just gently touch around the boundary, using the breath to soften. Think of gentle breath. Inhale, I am breathing in. Exhale, I am releasing gentle breath. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, releasing gentle breath. And it's important to make note of the way this gentleness feels to you. Try to take away this idea of what the dictionary says. This is more of you finding a way to make use of this idea of gentle, maybe treading lightly with your breath. Maybe gentleness has a sense of compassion or kindness associated with it. Whatever it encompasses, you want to be able to bring that to this sense of awareness. And where your thoughts go, you're going to bring this. And instead of moving on to the next thought, try to anchor into that thing that's drawing your attention in the most. Start to breathe in and out because sometimes these could be pretty difficult in the sense of experience. The mind may also wander, and you can gently bring it back, being kind and compassionate as you give yourself this opportunity to practice and learn. We all have to practice to get to a certain point with our minds and our bodies. It's an exercise that builds our muscle and our mind. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, gentleness. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, gentleness. Remember where your mind is. You may have other thoughts that may come in, but they may not be so dominant. See if you can just notice that in your mind that there's activity. You notice this, but you don't put your attention anywhere else but on that thought or that emotion that has drew you in the most, or that part of the body that is just calling out for your attention. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, breathing gentleness to that place that needs your attention. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, breathing gentleness to that place that needs my attention. See if you can use those pauses and that silence as a way to help you go a little bit deeper, maybe even finding a little bit of peace. Now, as you start to notice this thing that has your attention, and that even out of all the other thoughts that are maybe in your mind, this thing actually seems to have the most dominant impact on you. I want you to start to describe it to yourself. What is its texture? What are the colors associated with it? See if you can start to dissect this thing that has claimed your attention in this space right now, claimed its sense of importance in your life at this moment. Keep breathing in and the spaces of that pause through the breath. I want you to, on that inhale in, just feel the slope up. And then on the pause, I want you to really be able to embrace that particular moment and use that as what helps you to anchor into this thing that has your attention. The pause is that place between the inhale and the exhale. It's that moment of thinking before acting, is that moment of clarifying before deciding. And then on the exhale, I want you to release any sense that you have around this experience. I want you to release any prejudgments. Just taking note on these factors of what it looks like without trying to be judgmental. Oh, this is pretty, or having an opinion on it, or this is ugly, or I don't like blue, or I like yellow, or I don't know how to feel about this. Try to let all of that go and just be one with this thought process. Even if it's painful or it's uncomfortable, give yourself some time to just sit with it. There's importance in sitting with it, sitting in between that pause. It's part of the cycle. Breathing in and out. Now we're going to do a standing pose that's going to help us to be able to train our mind to be able to do this. Sometimes the physical body can take on the shape of our mind and our thought process. This is why when we move in unison with our arms, for example, you can extend them out to the sides of you. You can just feel something change and shift. You can feel your thought process change. Your whole body begins to rise to the occasion, intentionally lifting up your arms. Just feel what that's like. Notice the sensations, notice the muscles. Breathing in and out, try to allow yourself to just be one and at peace in this space. Every inhale and exhale might impact the body a little bit differently, but just acknowledge it. Try to maintain your attention here on whatever it is that has come to mind that so desperately calls for you to notice it. And see if this movement shifts it a little bit. We're going to gently take our hands and lift them up overhead. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. You can take your chin and lift it up towards the ceiling and look up. If your eyes are closed, you can just imagine like you're looking up towards the ceiling. You just want to go in that direction. Allow the throat to be thin as it stretches out. Jaw touches the ceiling. Roll the shoulder blades away from the ears. You don't want to be lifting up from the shoulders, but you want to drop those down and just feel the sense of awareness in your body from your fingertips that are facing one another. So your palms should be facing each other. Notice that body of energy. Imagine like there's a ball in between your hands. And now place your full attention on this ball. See if you can just feel that energy. Notice how it can almost be electric. Notice how the left and the right hand still connect to each other. As you notice these hands are connecting, you can relax the rest of your body. Feel the need to just breathe into any tension. I know you may want to drop the hands down really fast here, but give yourself the opportunity to challenge yourself. Know that you can rise above that and rise to those expectations that you set on yourself. Focus more on your attention. Focus your attention more on that sense of ball being in between your hands. Then you focus on the roughness in the shoulders or the strain in the muscles. Notice here that you have a choice and start to lower the hands down in a guided way. Inhaling and exhaling as you're breathing in and out at a slow pace, but steady. Your arms are going to come down by your sides and you're going to feel a difference in your body and your mind. You're going to notice that the blood rushes down your arms. Gravity is a part of the elements that impacts you every day, helps you to stay grounded. It also gives you the resistance so that you can build muscle. Breathing in and out. But you want to still be gentle here. Notice how that word gentleness might change for you after you've held yourself in a position for so long and then you felt so much tension. Now, when we say gentle, what does that mean to you? How does that shift and change? See where your attention goes to now in your thoughts. What is the most dominant thought that's coming to mind now? Can you just stay with it and just breathe into that space with it? As it lives with you, you live with it. Know that it's only a piece of you. If your eyes aren't closed, I invite you to close your eyes right now. And I just want you to count the thoughts that come into your mind as you're focusing your attention here on this dominant thing, this dominant emotion or thought. Try not to latch onto it, but just like you would count cars on the street or clouds in the sky, just start to count anything that comes to mind, even flashes of color or things that come in the sense of like movies that play out. All of these things are part of that process that you're counting. And then when you finish, come back to that thing that and just focus your full attention back on that thing that just has you gripped. Using your gentle awareness, breathe into that space and make peace. Make peace with your thought process. Now we're going to come to standing. What I want you to do is if it's in your practice and you're sitting in a seat, you can bring your seat, go stand behind your seat, and you can hold on to the chair if you need to. We're going to come into a tree pose. If you don't need to use your seat, that's fine. There's 3 different modifications, and we're going to make peace within this tree pose, still anchoring in on our thoughts that are most dominant. So let's come to standing. Okay, I'm going to step back a little bit more just so you can see my feet. Okay, notice my feet. If your chair is in front of you, that's great. You can hold on to your chair. If you have no chair, that's fine. You can take your right foot and wiggle those toes. And you can bring that foot so that the heel comes right above the left ankle. The tops of the toes are down on the ground. This is the first position in tree pose that we have. You can stay just like this, or you can challenge yourself up to come a little bit higher, placing your foot in between the kneecap and the ankle. It's flat against the inner lower leg. If you're holding on to a chair, you can feel that. Also, if you're doing this and you have more of an advanced practice, you can take that foot and you can place it on the thigh, right below the groin and right above the knee. You can breathe in and out and find this place to just be at peace. Again, you have different options, and if you need to hold on to a chair, you can hold on to a chair. So I'm going to bring up this so that you can see my arms. You kind of got the bottom of the legs at this point. Okay. Now you can take your hands and find a place for them. If they're on a chair and you don't feel comfortable lifting them up, don't lift them up. But If you want to challenge your balance a little bit, you can bring those hands into a different position. As you start to challenge your balance, you can feel your mind going in different places. I want you to notice your thought process around this, focusing again on whatever becomes most dominant. And instead of avoiding that and being like, I got to get back to where I'm doing, I want you to just go with it. Allow that to be part of your practice. Use this practice to help you become more gentle with those thoughts, more controlling, more confident, having the ability to practice bringing your attention and your focus to something. Using the body, we're going to help that happen, because sometimes just sitting in a position is okay in like our meditation, but sometimes adding a pose can really help us to go beyond that, go beyond our thought process and break habits. So start to use your breath to breathe in here and out. Allow yourself to just be one in the space. No forcing and no tension. Mind completely committed to wherever your attention is going, and accepting it for as it is. Inhale, I am breathing in. Exhale, I am accepting. Inhale, breathe in gentleness. Exhale, release, acceptance. Inhale, gentleness. Exhale, release, acceptance. Slowly, you can bring your foot down gently, and we're going to come on to the other side. Again, we're going to take our foot and position it in one of the modifications. I'll do it on the left side just so you can see me. So we can wiggle our left foot. We can bring that foot so that the toe is down on the ground. The heel is above the ankle on the right foot this time. You can stay just like this in your tree pose. Remember, there's trees, they vary across the world. They're all different, right? And every day it could be different for you. If you want to challenge yourself to go up a little bit more, you can. Placing that foot on the inner lower leg, in between the knee and the ankle, just not on the knee. You want to make a choice. It's either going to be above or below the knee, but not on the knee. And then finding that other spot for yourself. Remember, if you're wobbly, that's fine. That's how babies learn to walk, so it's okay to lose your balance. It's all a matter of how you practice when you lose your balance. Are you practicing curiosity and playfulness, or are you practicing frustration? Are you telling yourself that you can't do this? Those thoughts are what we want to try to shift. We want to try to shift things that put us down and deter us into things that are more inclined for our well-being and our health. I'm going to lift back up so that I can bring my hands here. Again, if you're using a chair, that's completely fine. Breathing in and out. Focus on one point in front of you. Focus on that one thought that's come to your mind. Allow yourself to breathe in and out. Nowhere to go and nothing to do but to challenge your balance and your attention. You can place your hands anywhere too. If you want to bring them above your head or to the sides, there's no right or wrong way as long as you're not hurting yourself. Use the core to help you maintain your balance. Squeeze the core. Use the tools of your body to help you stay in a shape. And then when you find your place, make peace. Inhale, I am breathing in gentleness. Exhale, awareness and acceptance. Inhale, I am breathing in gentleness. Exhale, awareness and acceptance. See if you can bring back that thing that was in your mind, that feeling or that emotion or that thought that continued to be dominant, and bring that here into this space now and see what it feels like. Maybe it's not so dominant no more, but you have a choice to look at it from a different perspective. And if you want, you can change your hands to help you to shift. If you want, you can bring your leg back down all the way so you can actually bring your feet back down. You're going to breathe in and out. Next, we're going to take our hands and we're going to lift them up, reach them overhead, soften the knees, lower down, and come into a forward fold. If you're holding on to a chair, that's fine. You can just continue to hold on to a chair. Otherwise, you can drop your head, hang heavy. Allow your hands to hang heavy, let your feet hang heavy, let everything hang heavy. I'll show you what that looks like. Everything hangs heavy. You don't have to touch the ground. In fact, if you're up here and you don't feel as flexible, this is completely fine. Just drop your chin into your chest. Notice what that feels like to just let go. Let the weight fall heavy, almost like a poster that falls in half. Allow the front of the body to press a little bit closer towards the thighs. So you're going to inhale and breathe. Start to sit up out of your pelvic bowl. Keep those knees soft and roll down. As you see, my knees are not completely straight. I have soft knees. Breathing in and out. And just see if you can let go of that thought completely. There was a moment that you spent your attention on it. Now it's time to just let it go. Allow your body to put you into that motion of letting go. Let the hands hang heavy. Let the head hang heavy. Right now, just focus here on this pose and letting yourself fall into the pose. Each muscle that stretches, let it be what it is. And breathe in and out. You're going to slowly soften the knees and press into the ground and lift back up as you start to press up the body, lifting up your thighs and then your belly and your chest and then your head. And once you come back up to standing, just take a moment to embrace that. Notice how the blood rushes back down through the head, through the chest, the belly, the legs, down into the feet, the hands. Breathing in and out. Feel the fullness of your body. Just like when you had your arms over your head, you felt the blood rush down. The same thing happens when you flip your body over and then flip it back up. You want to give yourself this opportunity to embrace this cleansing. You're moving your body around, you're moving the blood, the oxygen, everything is flowing throughout the body. Breathing in and out. And then we're going to come to sitting to close class. You want to allow yourself to get back into that comfortable position. Can take your hand and place it on your heart. Just notice what that feels like. See if you can be gentle here. Congratulate yourself for a job well done. You can cheer for yourself. You can be your own cheerleader. You didn't have to come to meditation today. You didn't have to do these poses, but you did. You challenged yourself and you rose to the occasion. I'm going to ring the singing bowl. I want you to listen for the last rung, just as we did when we started class. We'll end class the same way. Take a few more breaths in and out, and know that if you would like to continue to meditate after this video is over, you can do so as long as you like, just continuing to follow the breath. You can take all part or none of this practice with you today. Keep breathing. I want to say thank you for joining me today. Namaste. May you be blessed. Thank you.